person. Like, I get shit done. So, can you say hi to my friends? Hold on. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. I'd like for you to say hello to my friends. This is Drax. He's a weirdo and mommy loves him. He is satiny smooth. He's my ninja. You never see him. You can never see this cat. He only chooses to lay on black things. Only if I yawn or if the light hits his eyes. Drax the Destroyer, named after Guardians. You just drank water and you got it everywhere. He's dirty. He's such a boy. Why are you so dirty? I love you. Go live your best life. He's so light compared to my Maine Coon. So things to know about Maine Coons. Their fur. Their fur is so high maintenance. Hi guys. So my husband, God bless him, he did everything amazing while I was gone. Gosh, it's so nice when you sleep because like the under eye bags aren't as bad. But my husband did not brush my Maine Coon. So he was a little too fluffers. Hello, yams. Oh, look at this. I have so many imperfections here. Like, what is all of this? What is this? Like, bursted veins. Everything's wrong on my face. It's just, it's wrong. And I feel like this eyebrow just thinned itself out. Like, it was just like, you know what? Most favorite supermodel, my ass. I wanted to be once upon a time, but then I never was. And then I just continued to live my life. That's what I did. I look like a permanently exhausted pigeon and a raccoon had a baby. Why a fucking pigeon, though? Why? Of all the fucking things, you choose a city sky rat. Why? So I have a story about a pigeon. Once I was living with these two gay guys, roommates. It was a great thing. So they edited adult video for a living. And they would stay up all night editing gross adult videos. I'm not kidding. And one of my roommates had a pigeon nest on top of his air conditioner in his window, and he didn't know. And all the mites came in from the nest and started biting him everywhere, and he looked messed up, and he had to go to the hospital. But I'm telling you, like, if you're going to have roommates in New York, two gay guys that edit adult videos and are up all night, and you guys are on different schedules, and they weren't loud. They weren't, like, up all night. Like, oh, like, they had headsets on, like, editing nasty adult videos. Like, I'd poke my head and be like, good night, gentlemen. Ugh. It's on their screen. I'm like, okay, goodbye. But it worked for me. What a side hustle. I think it was their main gig. Like they were, you know, everything I use and or do is Avon. I'm an Avon lady. I can't really talk about Avon on here because TikTok gets mad. I can only tell, I was on season 1 of Top Model. I can only tell you guys to spend all of your money in TikTok shop. Every moment of every day, you need to sell all the items that you possess and take that money and spend it on TikTok shop. That's what TikTok wants. My fresh face. Why didn't I join the documentary? I have zero trust for producers. None. And then everyone twists it. Well, Adrianne said she doesn't want to talk about Top Model. I never said that. I said I don't trust any producers ever. And both documentaries, the girls reported that they were lied to. Wow, shocker. The Netflix documentary, they lied to the girls and told them the whole documentary was all about them, from like their childhoods to going on Top Model till afterwards. My favorite designer is Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. They were not told the judges would be on there, and they were told that they would go on tour, like a press tour, and they only did it with the judges. Like, they lied to all of the girls. Shocked. Why am I so sweaty? I'm not. I just wiped my face. The second one, from what people are telling me, it was more about commentators than it was the girls. The one on E. So I worked in reality TV for a long time, both in front of and behind the lens. And it's very evil. And Hollywood is very evil. And they lie and manipulate and do anything that they can to get what they need out of you. They're so evil. And I just don't want to be around that. Like, I need for my own peace to be away from people who are that evil with their black eyes and their soulless husk of human shells. You know, like, it's not for me. I didn't watch the documentaries. I didn't want to support producers who are lying to and manipulating girls for money. Didn't do it. So yeah, my time in Hollywood, every time I met someone who was so evil, I didn't think anyone could be more evil than them. I would meet another person who would trump how evil the last person was. I think what really broke me is I had a producer and his wife take me out to dinner and pitch their friend to me super hard. And they're like, we know you've been through so much with your divorce and everything. And we think you deserve a good man and all this shit. Meanwhile, they know this guy was a player and a fuck up. But the guy told them he was done doing that. Which I don't believe what they're saying. I think they all wanted to use me for my clout in the nerd world to help whatever projects they were using. So I was like, okay, I've never had anyone take me out to eat and pitch a friend to me like this. Maybe I'll date this guy. So I date this guy, and he's really nice, and we get along. He's never looking at me. I never catch him checking me out. He's not like... It's very strange. It turns out he was a gay lady of the night who peddled his wares to celebrities on the lot of Warner Brothers for money, and would date me and then also go on Craigslist and sell his body. That's Hollywood, baby. I was a beard. I was a beard for a lady of the night man. And it was really hard for me because some of my favorite movies and stuff, like, he was sleeping with those guys for cash. So it was a struggle for me. Because I'm like, it was bad. And I was just like, when you think you've met someone who's evil, you meet someone who's more evil. And the way I caught him is he had a Hush Mail account. And he was at my house. Like, he came over to my house, had just worked out, was like, could I take a quick shower? I'm like, sure, whatever. And he left his laptop open on a Hush Mail account. And there's all these emails of transactions of him sleeping with people. And then I see celebrity names and, like, the names of producers of shows. Like, one of them was Cake Boss. He forgot to log off. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, the thing is, it's so safe to be gay or whatever in Hollywood. Like, why would you lie to me and put me at risk for all those diseases? And what I thought was, they just wanted to use my clout in the nerd world. You know, I was working with Stan Lee and everything, and I'm like, okay, that's my life. So that kind of short-circuited me. I was like, the next person I date is going to be even more evil. It was just like, thank you guys. You guys are being so sweet. Yesterday I streamed on here and everyone was like, you're ugly and old and you're haggard. And I was like, oh Lord. Yeah, I don't trust anyone there. Anyone at all. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. It's because I'm an Avon lady. I am the internet's Avon lady. That's what I do. Only in America though. I can't be an Avon lady to anybody else, which kind of sucks because I wish I could be, but it is what it is. Well, hello, I'm doing okay. Just living my best life. Just living my best life. Ah, that tastes so good. How about some snail mucin? So I could get that J-Lo. Of course I am. What about Tom Green? Not only have I met Tom Green, I went over to his house when he was doing that Tom Green talk show, and I was on it with him and Norm Macdonald. Right? So I go to Tom Green's house, and he opens up the door, and I'm like, hey. And he's like, Adrianne, hi, welcome. And he takes me on this huge tour of his house, and he's like so fucking nice. And he's like, anything you need. And here's the thing. Usually it's like a PA that's like taking you around green rooms and shit. Nope. It's Tom Green doing it. Tom Green is the PA. Can I get you something to drink? I'm like, dude, fucking Tom Green's so nice. He's so fucking nice, you guys. So I'm like doing the whole thing. And then I go, I'm sitting in the like green room. And then I look over, and then in walks Norm Macdonald, who's like my hero. And it was a lot of fun. I just wish I was in a different headspace back then. Way different headspace. Kind of how old am I? I'll be 44 in August. I know a lot of people... Snail mucin. Avon snail mucin. It's so funny. You know what this looks like. This is why I apply it like this. Just to be a total ass. Because it looks so gross. Oh, Lord. Ruff, do you think I care that you have some judgment about how I age? What do you think looks good? A facelift and fake ass lips with like a forehead full of botulism? Like, I'm good, dude. I was young and hot. I made Maxim's Hot 100. I have 2 Playboy covers. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need validation from you. I did the thing. I used to be hot. It's okay for me to get old now. You know why? Because I fucking am old. I'm going to be at the nursing home in a rocking chair like, I used to be hot. Shit. Now I'm fucking old and full of piss and vinegar. That's going to be me. I'm totally fine aging. I know you guys aren't okay with me aging, but I'm okay with it. And that's what matters. I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with getting old. It's an honor and a privilege. My best friend doesn't get to do that. She got chest cancer and went the way of the dodo. It was awful. She was 40. Orphaned 2 children because their father had passed in a car accident only 5 years earlier. And her 3 children were all underage. So anytime people tell me how old I look, I'm like, bet you my best friend would give anything to be old. You know what I mean? Way of the dodo means extinct. Yes, she's extinct. That's the way that you have to talk here on TikTok, because they're like, we have to police adult language. If you say that somebody left this earth and they're no longer alive, that's bad, bad. Oh, censor me harder, daddy. Censor. Like, what the fuck is this? I hate this place. Treating us like we're 3-year-olds. We can't have a normal conversation. It's like fucking laughable. It's disgusting. It's Orwellian. It's insane. But yeah, I miss my best friend, man. And it sucks. Because the older I get, the more I realize I'm never ever going to make a friend like that. I've known her my whole life. it's worse since TikTok was bought out. No, it's not. It's the same shit. You know what makes me laugh? I gotta just say this. This makes me laugh. Where people were like, I get my news from TikTok. It's real news, but I can't speak normally, and I'm censored all the time, but TikTok has the real news. I'm like, you all are fucking dumb. Someone has to tell you how fucking stupid you are. The level of stupidity that you have hit is beyond anything I've ever seen. One thing I learned traveling the world is the propaganda is everywhere. I remember living in foreign countries modeling, and you turn on the TV and they're like, this is what's happening in America. They're dining on dogs, and they throw their babies in the air and they let them land on their heads. And you're like, none of this happens. Like, this is so stupid. And that's every country. Everything you fucking are fed is a lie. And it has been since the days of Caesar. And everyone thinks, well, no, I'm in the know. I know what's really good. Bitch, you don't know fucking shit. You're in the Matrix. You don't know anything. You know what they want you to know. And that's it. It's all bullshit. And it's all bad for you. But yeah, like one of the most censored apps on fucking the internet, and everyone's like, we get the real truth about things here. I'm like, y'all are fucking there's two types of people who think they know everything, and people like me that know I don't know shit. All I know is that every moment, everywhere I look, I'm being lied to. That's it. Nothing else. Just being lied to. Most Gen Zers who have no clue who George Orwell is. Well, they can't write cursive. And their brains have been melted because parents are like, I know a cell phone will harm my kid, so I want to hurt their brain. Look at me, I'm a good mom. Oh, I can't save my kid. I have to give my kid a cell phone so it rots their brain out, and then they're idiots. I'm a good parent. I see it everywhere. Kids are like, phone, phone, every second phone. Oh my God, phone, phone. They're like sitting next to their phone, phone, phone. Oh, there's my best friend. Fuck them, phone, phone. I'm like, dude, you are terrible parents. Someone has to tell you. Terrible parents. Your kid has a device with every pedo, every sick fuck on earth on it. And you're like, here you go. But I think I'm going to outwit my kid with technology and I'm going to lock it and shit. You're an idiot if you think that's what you're going to do. You're not smart. Your kid is smarter than you with technology. They run fucking circles around you. And then you give them a little fucking phone with access to every sick fuck on planet Earth in it. You know that, there was a documentary about the people who designed Facebook and X and all this shit, and they don't allow their children or entire families to even use the apps because they know how harmful it is. Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff. Like, I'm so grateful that all I had was AOL chat at some point. You know what? No, it's studies prove that phones are not only ruining your children, they're making them depressed and stupid. And every parent's like, yeah, harm my kid, cause irreversible damage. I'm a good parent. I'm so lazy. I don't want to deal with them. Here's a tablet. Here's your tablet. This is crazy. So my sister-in-law is raising my niece and nephew. No screens. They watch a movie every 3 days. They're homeschooled, and my niece is testing 6 grades higher than what she is. These kids are so fucking smart. It's ridiculous. No screen time. So if they go to a friend's house, she has to tell the parents, my children are not allowed on tablets. They're not allowed to just sit and rot in front of a television. Now, when they get sick, she allows them to watch, some movies. I'm not going to tell you where my friend is because people on the internet harm my friends. What I have to do whenever I talk about friends and people is I have to change things around, Or if it's my friend's best friend that I just know, I'll just say it's my friend because I can't trust anyone online because they try to harm my family. It's really crazy. You don't have to be a parent to know this is true. Well, yeah, there's a whole documentary where the people who actually designed Facebook are like, we do not allow our kids on it. It's designed to harm people, to brainwash people, and to make them hopelessly addicted as if they're using substances. And everyone's like, oh my God, I want that for my child. I'm a good parent. Look at me. Oh, but the kids will make fun of them. Like my very good friend, her daughter just turned 21. Her daughter was given a phone and she thought she was on a Korean like pop star forum with like other 12-year-olds. And what ended up happening is a guy in like Connecticut who was like 50 years old was pretending he was, you're acting like a spazzed out boomer. Let me help you, mama. I'm just going to block you and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to worry about me or what I'm fucking doing because now you're not here. Look at that. Ended up being an old predator preying on her daughter. So what she did when her daughter was 12, 13 years old is she took away her daughter's phone. No social media, nothing, until she was out of high school. And you know what her daughter told me? Smart kid. She said, I'm a Zennial, but I identify as Gen X. Don't misgeneration me. Because if we can all pretend we're things we're not, I am Gen X. Fuck off. That's how I feel. Your mom, bitch. Anyway. Her daughter told me, I'm so glad my mom did this. All my friends were relentlessly bullied in school. No one bothered doing it to me online because I wasn't on it. I wasn't a target because I wasn't on the internet. So the whole, like, all the kids dogpiling each other, she's like, never happened to me. I was like, oh my God. She's like, I missed nothing. She had friends who were really getting fucked with online, like really bad. And she's like, I didn't have to deal with any of that. And I'm so grateful. And I'm like, dude, what a smart kid. I'm like, so what do you do online now? She's like, I'll doom scroll Instagram, like pretty pictures. She's like, I don't post much. And, you know, she just got to watch her own friends get annihilated online. She's like, all it is a bunch of miserable people trying to hurt each other. I'm like, kid, you ain't wrong. And she's so well developed. I told my best friend, I'm like, your child is such a good kid. I'm floored at how amazing your kid is. You should be so proud of yourself. And she's like, well, I'm not proud that I gave her a phone back then. She's like, I didn't know. I was ignorant. I didn't know that my kid could run laps around me when it came to technology. I didn't know what exactly was out there. And she's like, and then the second I did, goodbye phone. I'm on Netflix. Okay. I mean, I didn't do anything for Netflix, but yeah. And that's why I can't believe parents today, knowing the dangers of cell phones and tablets, still hand them to their kids to rot their brains out of their heads. And you can tell the difference when you talk to children who are not allowed on these things and when you talk to kids that are. The kids that are, like after 15 minutes, they're like, I need my tablet. I need my tablet. And you're like, Jesus, fuck it. This kid's fucking like, I need my tablet. I need my phone. It's like, that's not, like as a parent, how do you see that and be like, that's fine. That's good. I love when childless people give parenting advice. Elizabeth, studies prove that I'm correct. So either you believe in facts or my feelings. Maybe you're that lazy parent that threw a tablet at your kid because you couldn't be fucking bothered to be a mom. There's a lot of those. It's easy. Have the internet raise your child. I have friends that were like, fuck that. And their children are amazing. And they deserve to be praised, which I'm doing. My friends who raise kids without screens, and their kids are so smart and well-rounded and not broken fucking humans like, phone, where's my phone? Because I know friends, my best friend who got chest cancer, she was real sick, you guys. She was really sick. She was so sick. And I remember being at her house, and I understand, you're aging like a witch. What is your name? Bunlady? Where's your fucking picture? You post a picture of a cat. What the fuck do you look like? Butthole. Anyway, she gave her kid tablets. And I understand why she was so sick. She was so sick. And her husband, passed away in a car wreck a few years earlier. So she was overwhelmed with 3 children and being that sick, like going through chemo, radiation. And I watched her young daughter go from very well-rounded to, and I get it, the kids want to escape. They're watching their mom wither away, and she's just like, tablet, phone. And I was like, oh no. And I don't blame my friend because she was so sick. She was so sick. But I watched the change in her kids because they were escaping and suddenly on screens, and she's just so sick, and her daughter's like, Mom, give me your phone. She's like, whatever, just take the phone. And it's just sad. What am I going to use on my eyes? What am I going to use? How about this? But yeah, people don't like to hear the truth. They just want to run from the truth. The truth points out the fact that, they might be doing something that isn't good for their children. Even knowing all the information, and they still do it. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if it's they think that they control the beast that is the internet. I always tell people, you got billions of Christians on this planet. I always think it's funny that people don't think there's hundreds of millions of Satanists on this planet. Like, don't you find that odd that so many people believe in Jesus, but there's not going to be anyone who worships Lucifer and serves him? Isn't that weird to you? Like the devil doesn't exist and people aren't like, praise the dark Lord, pray on their children on the internet. Like, you would think that people would put 2 and 2 together, and they fucking don't. Like, look at Hollywood. I am positive all those people worship the Dark Lord. I'm positive. Their black eyes, soulless husks of humanity. What does that say? Voldemort. Yes, it's like, and they're all the Death Eaters are secret. They're secret. They're hiding in secret and selling portions of their souls to get ahead. I mean, there are people who serve the dark and light, and it doesn't even need to get religious. Like, there are people who serve the light and people who serve darkness. I choose the light. I've seen the darkness. And what do you get from that? Material gain? Might get some money. You gonna take that with you when you go the way of the dodo? I don't think so. I don't think you'll be taking that with you. I don't. I'm an Avon lady, by the way. That's what I do. If I was Satan, I would be AI. Hands down. Hands fucking down. That's how I would come to the earth. I'd be like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. I would be AI all fucking day. My face is so smooth. I mean, I've got zits and shit, guys. It used to be that I just had this gray streak here. Hold on. There it is. I gotta wash my hair today. See my little gray streak? But it's starting now on the sides. I'm starting to get a wee little bit of the salt and peppers. See? Ooh. What is my eye shape? I don't fucking know. I don't know any of that. I saw someone earlier and I meant to respond. Someone said, what's your favorite designer? And I said Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop. Like, I wear cargo pants and stuff. Is this an all-white community channel? Why are you a racist piece of shit? I swear, I miss the 90s. Okay, the way I was raised, if you bring up race and skin color, you're evil racist. We fucking hate you. Fuck you. You don't tell us who we are. You don't put us in a box. Fuck your identity politics. And fuck you recognizing skin color. Unless you're telling the police who a perpetrator is, you're a piece of shit for even noticing. And now everyone's like, oh, we care about his skin color. Talk about it all the time. I'm like, fuck you. You people did not make the world better. You made it worse. It was so much better when no one talked about skin color. It was so much better. So much better. Raise black voices. Do you know who dominated movies in my time? Because I had two of them on my walls. Will Smith, didn't have him on my walls. Denzel Washington, oh yeah. Wesley Snipes, I had him on my walls. I mean, Morgan Freeman. These dudes were annihilating the box office. Samuel L. Jackson. And it wasn't because, oh, we have to meet a quota. It's because they were so fucking good. Denzel's getting lazy, like Al Pacino. I love Denzel. Do not get it twisted. I love him. But he's getting fucking lazy. My man. And he's old. He deserves it. Just like Al Pacino. They just start playing the same guy and everything because they're just lazy as fuck. It's okay. It's okay to get lazy, but you got to call him like I see it. Yeah, even Morgan Freeman was like, what do you mean? Look at me. I'm black and look at how far I came because he's so talented. His narration of Shawshank Redemption is arguably some of the best fucking shit ever. Doesn't get better than that, baby. Doesn't get better than that. What a movie. That ending. Oh, Andy Dufresne waded through miles of shit. Like, he's in the lightning and Morgan's like, he's free. Who's my favorite 90s band? 9 Inch Nails. Terrence Howard, he has a bad reputation, but I was sad when they replaced him in Iron Man because I thought he was good, but I think they replaced him because he was being a butthole. Which, you know, makes sense because most actors are just insufferable buttholes. I'm so glad you guys like Shawshank. We cannot not watch Shawshank and Green Mile. Now, I always say this, but Shawshank, Morgan Freeman's character is an Irishman with red hair. So when Morgan auditioned for the role of an Irishman with burning red hair, and he did such a good job, they casted him. Not for DEI, none of that, because his fucking talent was unprecedented. And they didn't even change his name. They kept him as Red, and there's a joke. There's a joke in Shawshank where Andy Dufresne's like, hey, why do they call you Red? And he said, maybe I'm Irish. And it's just a joke to fans of the book, like, hey, we know he's supposed to be Irish, but, you know, he ain't. Green Mile's so good. So good. All I wanted me was a little cornbread, motherfucker. I say this to my husband all the time. And my husband's really good at mimicking voices. Like, he can do the Xerxes from 300, but that guy's voice is fake, but my husband's is real. And he does, oh my God, what's his name? Coffee. John Coffey in Green Mile. I'm tired. I'm dead tired, boss. Like, he can do perfect imitations of their voices, and I kind of love it. All I wanted me was a little cornbread, motherfucker. I say it all the time. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Oh, man. Because cornbread's so good. Why is it so good? It's so fucking good with butter on it out of a fucking skillet. Aw, thank you, Renee. Sling Blade. Mm-hmm. Yes, who hasn't watched Sling Blade? I only watch older movies because all these new movies. So I have tons of friends in Hollywood. All the writers are leaving because they hire people based on identity, skin color, not talent. Not talent at all. They're filling quotas. That's it. That's why everything you watch is fucking trash. I don't care if every pilot on Earth is from India. If they're the best pilots, by God, I don't need diversity. If Indian women are the best pilots on Earth and no one holds a candle to them, then I don't want to see diversity in the cockpit. That's how I am. Like, sorry. Do I like Dune? I kind of liked the first movie. It was okay. The second movie was really bad. I don't understand the draw of that Timothée Chalamet, but like women, like look, he's very bird-chested. He looks like a prepubescent boy. And when you see grown women like, oh my God, he looks 12. Yeah. I'm like, ew. Like, what's wrong with you, girl? That dude looks all of 12 years old. Like, he hasn't even gotten any hair down there yet. Like, it showed him without a shirt. I'm like, bro does not look like he's hit puberty. And grown-ass women are like, that's my type. Yes, 12. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything, but he looks really young, so I always question the women who are like drooling over him. I'm like, girl, like, if there was some chick that looked all of 12 and all these dudes were like, it reminds me of Twilight. Remember all the soccer moms? Team Jacob, we love little boys. I was like, what the fuck? Nasty ass motherfuckers. Tom Holland looks 12, but bro is really old now. And Zendaya was really pretty. She has no range. None. There is no acting range with her. She's the same fucking character and everything. I don't want to see her anymore. I'm sorry. She's so pretty. But she has zero range. How does nobody fucking notice this? The same, she's Mary Jane in Dune. Dude, she cannot act. Well, I didn't watch Euphoria because it sounded like a gross show about just people sleeping with each other, and I have no interest in whatever the fuck that was. None. I'm like, that just sounds gross. Okay. I don't think Bow Chicka Wow Wow scenes where people are getting hot and heavy, I don't think they're any good. I don't think any movie needs them. I was watching Top Gun, Maverick, and Jennifer Connelly and Tom Cruise. It's implied that they bow chicka wow wow. You know what they did. You don't have to see it. This isn't Brazzers, dude. Like, just show me the movie. Like, I'm uncomfortable sitting in a theater with a bunch of people watching bow chicka wow wow. Like, it's gross. I do not think Tom Cruise plays the same character. Go watch Collateral. Go watch, oh my God, what's the name of it? Not Day After Tomorrow. Rinse, Die, Repeat. Not Oblivion. What's the one? It's like Groundhog Day. He literally plays a pussy piece of shit. Can't stand Tom Cruise. I love him and everything. I love all his movies. I just love Tom Cruise. The Outsider's Known. Jack Reacher. He was actually okay, even though he's a short little dude. Not Eyes Wide Shut. Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you. Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise's character is a fucking pussy. Wuss coward. I love it. It starts the movie where he is just the most sniveling. Jerry Maguire is fucking mint. Sniveling little bitch. And he's really good. And it's like everything that you would not think Tom Cruise would want to play, he is. He's a wuss, turd. What's that? Is it Collateral, where his hair's all white with Jamie Foxx? and he's the bad guy with the pew-pews. I haven't watched Sinners yet. And when people start wigging out about a movie about how good it is, they did that with, why can't I remember the horror movie that just came out with Josh Brolin and the chick from fucking Ozark with the kids with their arms up? It wasn't that good. Everyone went on and weapons. On and on and on and on and on about weapons, and I went and watched it, and it was okay. Hereditary was terrifying. Weapons was okay. And I was like, I can't believe I came to the theater to watch this. I loved that Ed Harris's wife got to play the role of the witch. That was cool. But it just wasn't that good. So usually when people are raving about something, it's usually not that fucking good to me. I'm sorry. So when Sinners is free and I don't have to pay money, no, I'm not still in Costa Rica, then I'll watch it. Could have been better. Give me Gerard Butler. I love Gerard Butler. He's a great actor. Russell, oh my God, you know what I watched that I loved? The new Russell Crowe movie about the Nazis with the dude from Mr. Robot and Ed Shannon. Oh my God, what was it? Nuremberg. Russell Crowe acted as that. He learned to speak German for that movie. He didn't know how to speak German. He fucking learned it because he said it would have been cheap for him to just do an accent. So bro went and learned to speak German. I sat there on the plane watching this movie and I'm like, this is a fucking excellent movie. And what I loved about it is the humanization of people who do inhuman things. Everyone wants to paint this picture that only the most purest of evil of people can do bad things. But I think 2020 taught us, as long as you have a mass formation psychosis, you could get people to turn on one another in ways that you never could fathom. And this, fuck that job, girl, shut the fuck up. Why are you in my stream telling me to shut up? Do you want to stream on my platform to talk about what you want? What I liked is they humanized the monsters. They gave you a window into people who should only be a monster, but it's nuance. That's what everyone's lost today in this day and age. Everyone's lost the concept of nuance. Either you're all good or you're all bad, and they just pretend there's no fucking gray area, no nuance, no multifacets to human being. Like, it's very weird. And you know what else I find weird? I always find this so interesting. In America, we're like, oh, America's so racist and bad because of slavery and b. Yet we bombed Japan with nukes, and they're like, we're friends now. We nuked them out of orbit. The Germans, look at what they did. And we're like, oh, Germans are fine now. And we don't hold them responsible. Look at what they fucking did. They annihilated the Russians. They annihilated the Polish. They annihilated the gay community. They annihilated the disabled people. They annihilated the Jews, right? They just annihilated people. I think it was like something like 7 or 8 out of 10 Russians were ended by the Nazis, which is insane. The amount of people they ended. And now we're like, Germany's fine. We don't need to hold them accountable for their sins for what just happened. Isn't that weird? But America is awful every second for things that happened hundreds of years ago. I'm like, why is it like this? Like, Japan fucking kamikazed into Pearl Harbor, and we're like, what's up, bro? All we did was nuke them back. And then now we're best friends, and now we're cool with Germany, even though Germany did some of the most atrocious shit ever. And we're like, oh, totally forgiven, unless you're America. Hate your own country. I'm like, that's propaganda from other countries to brainwash our children to hate themselves, which is fucking insane. And yet parents are still like, here's a cell phone. Get brainwashed to hate yourself. I'm like, that's crazy. And in these countries, they don't hate themselves at all. They're staunch nationalists. But if you're a nationalist in America, oh, you're a supremacist and bad. Only every other country can be a nationalist. Only every other country can be proud. Even countries who have done atrocious things like Germany are allowed to be nationalists and proud, but not an American. I love being American. They're still doing this to black people, sister. Oh, right now there's more slavery than ever in the history of America. Nobody cares because it doesn't benefit them to weaponize to get things from people. Right now, more slaves than even in the ancient history of Rome, and no one cares. I can't weaponize it to win arguments and be better than people, so who cares? That's where we're at. Nobody gives a flying fuck that there's more slaves today than ever in the history of ever. No one advocates for them and no one cares because they can't weaponize it to win arguments and get things for themselves because everyone's a selfish piece of shit. It's true. It's true. I've read too many psychology books and people just care about their own selves and no one else. And if they find something that they can weaponize to raise them above others and stand on the throats of their peers to appear better or shut down their arguments and stuff. Like when that white privilege thing happened, I'm like, this is narcissistic gaslighting to take away my voice. This is to shut me down and invalidate my opinion because of my skin color. And I reject that because that's a weak argument. If you have to tell someone that it's their privilege speaking, you have a weak argument. You're a weak person. Come at me with a real argument, a sound argument, and you might sway me. I'm a swayable person because I know that I'm not correct. Where am I going? All over my husband this Sunday. The church of his body. So I'd like to look good, you know? Class is way more of a factor than race. So I was raised in blue collar America. Both my parents worked at a factory. I went to my mom's job multiple times. Every race on earth in there with one thing in common: poor. No one cared about skin color. No one shut anyone else down. It was just a bunch of working class people grinding to make a living for their family. That's what I identify with. And when you are part of that world, you don't see anything other than rich or poor. Now, COVID, it took away 2020 when everyone's like, lock down, save grandma, make sure Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos take all our money, destroy the middle class completely. Look at me, comply. That's all they were doing. And I saw it. I was like, dude, this isn't good. They're destroying the middle class, destroying it. And now we're all suffering unless you're super rich. Now we're all suffering. All of us. Because we did the bidding of our rich overlords so that they could extract all of our wealth by playing on our fear. And I know this when we saw Gavin Newsom and everyone like, we're at a restaurant with no mask, doing whatever we want. Look at us. That's when I knew it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Look at him. He was the one, doom, gloom, fear. And then he's like, I'm out with my friends with no mask in a restaurant having a good time. I was like, he doesn't believe anything he's saying. It's clear they don't believe what they're saying. They don't fucking believe it. Not a word. They just want you to believe it. Because if you believed what you were saying, you wouldn't go out there without a mask and hang out with your BFFs in a fucking restaurant. And I'm like, oh shit, they're ooh. And I'm like, everyone's taking the bait and we're fucked. And now we can't afford beef. How's that working out for everybody? The biggest transfer of wealth in human history. How did that happen? And my favorite was, stay home, stop the spread, but only essential businesses can be open, like Jeff Bezos or Walmart. And then what happens? The billionaire-ess of Walmart's like, I'm going to put together a totally organic protest with my billions of dollars called No Kings. Look at the zombies. Here they come. Do my bidding. I'm a rich billionaire-ess and I'm telling you to march for No Kings. And everyone's like, do what the rich people say. Anything they want me to do, I do. It's fucking crazy. Why am I talking about this? Because I'm from middle America and everyone I know and love is suffering. All the electricians, everyone is not doing well and no one can afford food. And it's a thing. So I am an Avon lady. Products that are doing well are like your Gucci and Dolce & Gabbana because rich people can still afford rich people things. Avon caters to the middle class because I'm no fool. I know who my audience is. Who identified with me when I was on Top Model? It wasn't fucking rich people. It was my people. So when I became an Avon lady, I'm like, I cater to my people. My people are suffering. They reach out to me all the time. They're like, I would love to, support you in your business. I'm just struggling so much. I'm like, dude, you feed your fucking family first. Like, my people are so cool and awesome that they apologize to me for not being able to support me as an Avon lady. That is how much I love my people. They're good people. Yeah, sure, go to TikTok Shop. Doesn't benefit me any, but you should go to TikTok Shop and give them all your money. I'm a small business. I do my own thing online. I'm not on TikTok Shop, but you should give your money to TikTok Shop because I'm sure they would really appreciate it. They're probably struggling right now, TikTok Shop, like financially. So I highly recommend that you spend your money there. My guess is they're struggling real bad. I am just a small little business. But I've built it. I'm quite proud. Do you know my first paycheck from my job was like well under $100? It was. But I was like, oh, I could build something. Because guys, when I left Hollywood, I was really struggling. This was in the time where TMZ would mock and ridicule you for getting a normal job before everyone started virtue signaling and pretending they were good people. Because we all know they're not good people. They're just pretending. We all know. But I was like, there's no job that is above me. But I would be lying if I told you I wasn't worried about how much I would be mocked for getting a normal job and ridiculed and made fun of. It didn't feel good. Because people mocked me just for leaving Hollywood. And when I started being an Avon lady, I mean, it was relentless. But the one thing at least I got from it is I didn't have to stand like in a store and have people take pictures of me on their cell phone to send to TMZ to make fun of me. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go through that. People make fun of me on the internet, but no one's like stalking me in real life. Did Hollywood ever threaten my life? No, mostly just crazy fan stalkers. So there's millions of cool people out there that are nice to me. And I appreciate it. But out of those millions of people, there's going to be like 1,000 or more that become psychotically obsessed with wanting to destroy my life. And they run like online hate groups about me. And you have to like consider what kind of person would devote that much of their time stalking a former Z-lister. Like, it's not someone who's mentally right. You're not mentally right if you're stalking someone who was famous in 2003. Like, sorry, you're not all there. So I always have to remind myself, yes, these people say mean things and they're cray-cray, but they're clearly like, mental institution people. Get a moderator. Why? I'm not bothered by people saying mean shit about me. I don't seek it out. I don't go like, I'll have friends be like, oh, I read the comments here and there. And recently I had a friend go and read comments because it bothers my friends and family far more than it bothers me that there's really mean people out there. Because I've been, dealing with it for so long. I'm just smearing out my eyeliner here. I like to smudge it. So it short circuits my loved ones, and I have to tell them, guys, you don't go to a website that's nothing but people hating me. Like, you're not going to be happy. They're going to say terrible things. But I'm used to it. I'm okay. It was my sister-in-law was like, it bothers me so much. You're such a good person, and I love you so much. How could they do this? I'm like, because they're miserable and psycho. That's why. I think when you're like Tom Cruise and stuff, and, you can live in a gated community and it's like all safe and stuff. I think it's like different for them because they don't have to worry about psychos in real life. But, I have fame without any of that money to give you the protection against the cray-crays. You know what I mean? So it can be daunting, I think is a good word. That's kind of fun. Rihanna's house being, I don't know anything about Rihanna. I don't really follow her career, but, I'm not surprised someone would do something crazy. What I have seen in the course of 2003 till now on the internet is groups of people that usually didn't have a voice because we ostracized them from society, banding together and controlling society. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, these people are the minority, but they're the loudest online. They all get together. They're fucking psycho. And I'm sorry, but if you have activists in your profile, I just assume you're one of them. So what they do is they bully and harass society into submission and make you bend the knee to their will. It's a power trip thing for them. They don't mean anything that they say. It's not about whatever they're being an activist for. They only want to dominate others. That's it. They just want to dominate others. They're dictators. That's exactly what they are. Tom Cruise left his $53 million estate in London. It was unsafe for immigrants. Well, I mean, it depends on where they come from. There are cultures of men that believe that they could throw me down, tear off my clothes, and take from me what they will because they're here and I'm there. And everyone's like, oh my God, bring them to America. Wonderful. Have them walk around my daughter. Yes. In Egypt, a South African reporter with a camera crew was thrown down, and for 30 minutes, like 300 men took her. And everyone's like, oh my God, import them. Yes, they're so compatible. They're not compatible with Western civilization. Men who think they can just take you on the street. When we have riots, how many times has it been reported that a woman is thrown down and 300 men just take her? Anyone? That is not a thing here. And yet, we import by the hundreds of thousands men who believe in this culture. And then we're like, oh, the patriarchy, but bring everyone from Somalia. Do you know that culture? And what women are in that culture? Do you know anything about it? Now, a few people escaping Somalia, like a couple of mothers with their daughters, help us, help. Come on in. But until they prove with their actions for like decades that they're done treating women like this, I'm sorry. How is that compatible with Western culture? Someone tell me how that's compatible. As a woman, importing, yes, Laura Logan, importing all these men that will rip your clothes off and forcibly take from you. Someone explain to me how that's compatible. It's not compatible with our culture. It's not racist to say we don't want men that think it's their right to tear our clothes off and just take us one by one. I'm sorry, not compatible. Get the fuck out. Not compatible. I wouldn't go to some of these countries if you paid me. And yet, by the hundreds of thousands, we're importing men who think this way? Fuck off. Like, dude. Fuck off. And the gaslighting for people to tell you you're racist to notice that these men see women as nothing and no one and will force themselves on you. That is not racist. I don't care what culture you're from. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. If you are from somewhere that women are nothing and no one, and that men are this dominant thing, and if men feel like stoning you or doing, hell to the no. There's a picture I saw from the Middle East, and it was all these men swimming with their sons, and they're like, oh my God, it's so fun, look at us, it's so fun. All the women were on the beach in the desert, suffering in all black, with just their eyes like, we wish we could have fun, but we are animals that are owned, and our men can only have fun and not us in any way. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Not compatible, not compatible, not compatible. Unbelievable. I could not believe what I saw. That's not compatible. And it's okay to not be compatible. And it's okay for that culture to be your thing over there. But that's not compatible here, where you treat women like that. You want to unfollow me? Yes, Tony, because I should advocate for women being harmed. That's what's crazy. But that image has been burned in my mind forever. I'm like, those women want to go swimming. Those women are hot. Those women want to have fun. But only the men are allowed to frolic in the water and have a good time? That's horrible. But that is the way of the world, I suppose. Oh, well, thank you, Mama. She was nice. No, I'm not. I haven't talked to Elise since I was 21 years old. No, I don't want this one. I think this one. Yeah, I'm not welcoming that here with open arms, and it's gaslighting to tell us that we're racist. In a nation that complains about the patriarchy all the time, to import men by the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands who think this way boggles my fucking mind. I'm like, how can you say you're an advocate for women's rights and then out the other side of your mouth advocate for men who believe it is their right as a man to throw me down on the ground, rip off all my clothes, and one by one take me? Like, so you are mental. Mental. That's not racist. That's self-preservation. That's women saying, hey, man, this is some Stone Age bullshit. Imagine your man wanting to frolic in the waves half nude with a bunch of other men instead of you. Well, they see their women as property and no one else is allowed to like look at them. I cannot believe what has happened with our country. So I'll just say it and you can get mad. I don't care politically where you stand because I'm not a bigot. I'm not a fan of progressives, and everyone calls progressives liberals. They're not. I'm liberal. I'm a 90s liberal. I have not changed at all. And I am an advocate for women. Go home colonizer. Where I was born in Joliet, Illinois. Anyone born in America is American, dude. You can whine and cry all you want. All human beings have ever done is colonize the planet. If we all came from Africa, then guess who the colonizers are? It's human beings from Africa. The only reason people turn white is they lived in like Nordic places Russia and shit for far too long. So their skin lightened because there was no need to have darker skin because those bitches weren't getting any sun. I hate to tell you this, but we all have the same organs. We all came from the same place. I know everyone wants to pretend, oh, this race is better than the other. I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. Our skin evolved to where we moved to. That's it. As we left Africa and colonized the planet. Guess who the colonizers are? All of us. Dumbasses. Fucking dumbass people. So stupid. That's why when I hear, I'm like, you're fucking dumb. That's such a dumb mindset. It's not smart. It's stupid. Can't talk common sense with a liberal. David, you're not talking about liberals. You're talking about far left progressives. I don't like people coining liberals as a far left progressive. Liberals are not far left progressives. And I really have so much disdain for the fact that they've done that. You can't take the punk rock from the girl. Dude, I am the opposite girl. When everyone's like, you have to do this or this or that, I'm like, you have to fuck off. I'm not doing anything that you're saying. Ever. I'm riding with you, sis? Yes, fuck them. This is the truck of fuck them. Get in, ladies. Get in. Fuck them. Oh my gosh. Fuck them all. It's so fun. So fun to just give the finger. Yay. I love this mascara. Boy, am I glad I walked away. Yeah, I'm not a Democrat anymore because they're nuts and insane. And they're like, import all these men that think it's their culture to just throw you on the ground, rip your clothes off, and take from you. One by one, over and over. Import all of them, and that's good. I'm like, no. You lost me, baby. You lost me. Because I'm for women's rights. And importing a whole bunch of dudes that believe women have no rights and that their right as men is to tear my clothes off and take from me anything they want because I'm nothing and no one and I'm beneath them. It's not generalization. I have lived all over the world. I bet you a fucking $1,000,000 you haven't. There are places that I won't go. There are places. When I was on the Black Sea in Sochi, it has deep Middle Eastern influence. I could literally touch Jordan and Iran from there. And the way people were, men are above you in every way. You shut the fuck up unless we talk to you. Cover your face and don't say a word. Fuck women in every way. Like, that's what it was. And the Russians were like, yeah, we don't like this shit. I'm like, well, I'll agree with you there. That's how it is. And everyone's like, oh, it's wonderful. Import them here. I'm like, hell no. Do you know what it was like to be me and to be afraid to speak? To be me? They would look at my ex-husband like, how could you let her speak? It was insane. He loved it. I was like so fucking upset to be there. So fucking upset. And the men do not want to hear from you. You do not have the same rights. You are not to speak out of turn. They don't want you walking around unless you have some ownership guy with you. And then everyone's telling me that's some compatible culture with Western civilization. God bless the Russians because they're like, we don't like none of this shit. I was like, okay. Where's Sochi? It's on the Black Sea, like right in the Middle East. I was hosting the Mrs. World pageant. That's why I was there. I was there for weeks. It was awful. I hated it. It was terrible. It is terrible as a woman to be somewhere where women have no rights. And it was just the influence from the border because the Russians didn't think that way. Oh no, a white lady's uncomfortable. Fuck you. You know where I and all my people are from? The same place as you fucking uneducated dumbass. We all came from Africa, baby. You're the idiot. You're not above me. All of our ancestors dragged their fucking knuckles off the ground and said, you want to go somewhere else? That's what fucking happened. You're not above me, dumbass, uneducated fuck. The only reason someone has darker skin than me is their ancestors hung out in a hot climate where it was necessary. The only reason Germans and fucking Dutch and shit are white is they're in some cloudy, cold ass motherfucking place. That's it. That's all. That we literally can exchange organs because we're all the same thing. The end. I know you want to pretend one person's above the other. You ain't. Dumbasses. People are so stupid. Makes me nuts. When the aliens land and try to take over our world, see how long racism lasts. All of a sudden, human beings were like, nope, we're all the same. It's done. It's done. All the same. Nope, we were wrong. Okay. Mel Mangles, I hate racist pieces of shit. Let's see. Of course, you're like, oh my God, identity politics, it's in my bio. I'm a gay cat from the planet Zoltron. That's me. Got a fucking virtue signal that. Nobody cares who you go to sleep with. You're blocked. No one cares. 0 people. Unless you're trying to date people on here. Then I totally understand having the pride flag in your bio because you're like, on the market. I'm on the market. Like, that makes sense. Otherwise, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? When I meet you, are you cool? Because I don't give a shit who you sleep with. I'm married. Why is that even consequential to any conversation we will have? Like, I better know you way better before I know who you're dating. Sorry. It's just so uninteresting to me. Don't give a shit. This looks nice. I don't care. Oh, where am I off to today? I'm literally hanging out with my husband and I'm sad because we're eating healthy and all I want is pizza. And I know that eating healthy is probably what we should do, but it makes me really sad inside. I love Costa Rica. Let's talk about Costa Rica real quick. The people are so fucking nice. It was my second time in Costa Rica. My first time was on the East Coast in the jungles. Second time is on the dry side. I wasn't even aware they had some desert-ass, volcano-y dry side. I thought it was all jungle. The people will help you no matter what. Would you move there? No, I would not. It is a third world country. When you drive through and you see the way people live, one, just the electrical lines, those are not up to code. Not up to code. That shit. Like, you know, I come from Illinois, land of the unions. None of that would pass. That shit, when I was in Costa Rica 20 years ago, half the time there was no power. It was bad, but I love Costa Rica. But I wouldn't want to live there. It's too fucking hot for me. It's too hot for me. It's too hot for me. I like it cold. I'm a fucking white bitch. I like cold. Bring it to me, baby. I want it fucking ice cold. I want snow up to my neck. It's nice to visit, but I'm just sitting there like, I can't even fucking breathe. It's so hot. It's so hot. I used to say I'd moved to South Africa, but after living there, I realized how dangerous it is. People in America don't understand how safe our country is, even though our politicians are letting things get more and more dangerous to divide us and piss us off, and fuck them for that. Our cities could be like New York was during Giuliani and afterwards during Bloomberg. It was safe as fuck. Cops everywhere. I was walking around as a model with a portfolio and a miniskirt and no one bothered me. This is nice, right? This is nice for today. No one bothered me. Like, we deserve that as a country. We just do. We do. But I love it here. The dog cared that I was home. The Maine Coon cared that I was home. My other 2 cats were like, how dare you? You fucking left us, cunt. And they walked away. But Costa Rican food, I don't like it. Mexican food, I'm sorry, Costa Rica, I love you guys. You guys are so fucking nice, so much nicer than anyone I ever met in Mexico. I will give you that. Mexican food, Costa Rican food, Costa Rican fruit, food, fruit, food, fruit. I was like, dude, I was very like, oh, I can't wait to get home and just eat, good food, because this is just not for me. Very bland, very plain. Oh, the fruit was out of this world. Papaya falling off trees and mangoes. Amazing. But it's just bland food. It's just bland. The food was bland. It was just bland. I'm sorry. But it was cool to like fly and like look over Nicaragua and shit. And my tour guide was like, Costa Rica, we don't have an army because we have friends. And I just look at him and I was like, you mean America? And everyone was quiet and like looked at me. I'm like, are we going to pretend that we don't have the mightiest military on earth and that people can have no army for their country, sell us coffee and be like, help, you'll not get chocolates or fucking coffee anymore, help, and we'll be right there. Hey, you don't fuck with our chocolate or coffee, motherfuckers. We like these people. Of course we'll be there. America, fuck yeah, gonna protect your coffee and your cocoa field, sugar cane. Fuck yeah, like we will be there, baby. And he laughed. He's like, yes. America will save us. I'm like, but you might want a couple of people with pew-pews just to hold them off until we get there. It is a little bit of a ways away, because Nicaragua is fucking cray-cray. And it is like right on top of them. But I like Costa Rica a lot. It's just the food is bland. And I am a foodie. Raised by a full-blooded Calabrian Italian grandma. And then, I need flavor. People in Costa Rica are so nice. The food's bland. The fruit is the best fruit you'll ever eat. The people are the nicest fucking people. Even if they don't speak any English. Though English is their second language because we completely support them with tourism. It's very clear. God bless it. Because it's cool. It's cool as fuck, man. Costa Rica is real fucking cool. And the water is like bath water in the sea because you're on the equator. However, the food is bland. And I tried lots of food. And it was all equally as bland. No one welcomed me or hugged me at the airport. But everyone smiles at me. And they're very kind and nice. Nicer people than Mexico. Mexican food here. Costa Rican food, you can't see it. I'm sorry, Costa Rica. Mexico has you beat. They're like, we have enchiladas and tacos. And yes, Costa Rica has some enchiladas. They're just really bland. Very, very bland. Never doing the thin. I did do the thin eyebrows for a real long time. All through the early 2000s and stuff. I just stopped. What's better, Italian or Mexican? I'm going to have to say a tie. However, I'll always go get Mexican food because I was raised in an Italian-American household. So all we did was eat Italian food. So Mexican's the exotic food. Even though my brother's half Mexican, we were raised as Italian-Americans by my full-blooded Italian grandma. So deep, like I call cobwebs Fellinis, which is the Italian term for cobwebs. And everyone's like, what? I'm like, can you get that Fellini? Like, Fellini? You don't know what a Fellini was? Like, that was a big eye-opener for me. I'm like, Fellinis? They're like, cobweb? I'm like, I guess it's Fellini. Get the broom. Get that shit out of the corner of the fucking room. It looks shitty. Bracing my gray hair, you go girl. Yeah, I like to be gray. I like to be old. It really pisses everyone off. Everyone gets really mad at my aging. Nicaragua. Don't think for a second I wasn't doing that on the plane. Don't fucking think it. It might have the best food. It's a dangerous country. It is what it is. It's volatile, man. But I was on the plane. I'm like, Nicaragua, Lake Titicaca. If we keep going, we go to Lake Titicaca. I was like 43 years old. This is what I do with my time. And now we're over in Nicaragua. I'm like, I'll go out for my bunghole. I just cannot. Although you do have deep bite, looks like you have ever been deep bite. I know I have straight teeth, but I have spaces. Before my wisdom teeth came in, I had the big Madonna gap and stuff. So when I talk, you can still hear the whistling. I can hear it because I used to really whistle when I talked a lot because I had a big gap. And then I can't talk product on here. Your Avon lady cannot talk product. You can only shop in TikTok shop and give them all your money. That's it. That's all you can do. That's it. I mean, I look okay, but it's going to go away. I mean, I'm 44. And the next 10 years is the hardest aging on a woman. We all know the truth. From 44 to like 54, that's when it's like, I'm ready for it. I'm okay. Grew out my gray hair. I'm like, here we go. It's like the roller coaster ride and you're all the way at the top. You're like, oh shit. It's all down. I'm not doing HRT. I'm not doing it because my gyno, who's my age, who I trust more than anything, who does nothing but go to gyno conventions and read all the studies because she wants it to be safe for herself. She's like, I am not confident that this is safe. She's like, I want it to be. I want it to be because I don't want to suffer. Again, we're the same age. She's like, but I am not going to do this for myself because there's not enough studies, there's not enough time, and there's not enough contradictions to the causing of cancer for me to do this. She's like, because I've seen birth control, synthetic hormones for people in transitioning, and the HRT thing. She's like, there's harm that it does. NAD, I take NMN, resveratrol, and NAD, but I'm going to go with my doctor on this because I really trust her. And she has studied it so hard because she's there. She's there in her life. She's with us. She's perimenopausal and she's at the precipice. Do I do this? And she's like, you're not even supposed to take HRT and stuff for more than a year. It's not designed to take long term. She's like, there's too many studies that show it's harmful. She's like, take some supplements and stuff. She's like, but I'm not doing it. She's like, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you asked me personally. And I'm like, I'm going to do what you do. What do I take? Just vitamins and stuff. I'm not going to take any hormones. Not going to do it because I really trust my doctor. I trust her because she's like, if I felt it was safe, done. She's like, but most of my colleagues are like, I don't care if there's a risk. I just don't care. I don't care if there's a risk. What's my ethnicity? I am an American mutt. A bunch of people who shouldn't have bowed, wow, they all did. So Scottish, Irish, Italian, and a bit of Lebanese. That's me. Just a mutt. American mutt. What's my favorite thing about America? It's so huge. And there's so much beauty here that you could never travel the world and be fine. We have volcanoes. We have the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, unprecedented. There's nothing like the Great Lakes anywhere else in the world. They are unfucking believable. And people who live in that area take them for granted. But they're fucking unbelievable. We literally have the Caribbean in Florida. We have the Great Plains. We have Mars in Utah and Arizona and New Mexico. Like we have the Big Sur and the entire like West Coast and Washington, the Cascades. Like we have so much amazing shit here. We have Maine. Maine is lovely. That, I mean, the only thing we don't have is a jungle. That's it. I mean, we have sand dunes in California. like fucking sand dunes, like you're in the Sahara Desert. It's fucking amazing here. Yep. Yep. Hi from the Great Lakes. What's up? Do I support trans people? Okay. If you need me to hold your hand to live your life, you're too weak for me. I'm sorry. If you need me to be like, I worship you. Oh my God, I'm all for you. Yay, yay. I don't care who you are. You need a spine. You want to be my friend? That's the only thing that matters. But I'm not virtue signaling for you. I'm sorry. My actions prove that before everyone was trans and stuff, I had trans friends. Before everyone was like, oh, pride, everything, and allies, I had all gay friends. So I don't need to prove myself to anyone because my actions speak for me. And I don't do that virtue signaling bullshit. It pisses me off. Anyone who tells me I have to do something or say something, or it's like, fuck you. I'm doing the opposite. So I refuse to be an ally because I'm like, that's like a cult. If you need a cult of people going, oh my God, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. This isn't the Middle East. This is America. So my cousin is gay. And clearly his partner is gay. So they did a road trip across America to prove a point. And they went to the reddest states and the reddest towns. And they held hands and they went out to eat. And they're like, no one said a fucking word. Everyone's like, oh, you're right. Oh, it's so... They're like, not a fucking word. No, they're like, everyone was lovely to us and nice. It was very clear we were a couple. Nothing happened to us. We went to small bed and breakfast. No one said a word. They're like, it's all fear mongering and bullshit. They're like, we couldn't have went to more Christian red areas. Like, they were just like, we're going to prove a point. They had their phones ready just in case anything happened. Nothing happened. He's like, I just literally drove across the country to the most podunk, small, red towns. Nothing happened to me and my partner walking down the street holding hands. And everyone's like, oh, we're so oppressed. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Go to the Middle East and see how that works out for you. Like, come on, dude. I think pretending that we haven't made progress here is disingenuous and stupid. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. Because when I grew up, I had to sit there and kick everyone in the balls for making fun of my best friend for being gay. That probably wouldn't happen today. So to pretend we haven't made the progress is disingenuous and wrong. It's stupid. I'm like, it's so fucking dumb. But my cousin did have a lovely trip through, he said, the true heartland of America. Just going to all these small towns and mom and pop restaurants. He's such a gem. And he was like, it was the best experience. And I loved it. I was like, good for you. But he's like, we made it a point to not act like we weren't a couple, to just go everywhere and hold hands. He's like, and yes, he's like, we don't like do the gross making out. He's like, but you know, we kissed. And he's like, not once was anyone like, gay people, like nothing. But being gay and white is a totally different experience from queer people of color. I one-upped you, me here, you there, identity, identity. When you're so uninteresting, the only thing you have is identity, identity. Didn't used to be that way. No one fucking cares. No one cares what color you are. No one cares what your identity is. It's you. Okay, for me, when I got hurt by a man, I had to go to therapy because when I went outside, every man was going to get me. They're going to get me. And it was all in my fucking head. It was psychosomatic. It was all in my head. Every guy wasn't going to attack me. Every guy wasn't thinking bad thoughts about me. It's just one bad thing happened to me and my trauma projected my fear everywhere. So I had to learn this isn't real. This is in my head. This is my own thing. Every guy is not going to fucking hurt me. That's not what's happening. So I had to fix myself. My triggers are mine. They're no one else's business. It's not their job to take care of it. I had to take care of me and I did it. And I'm happy. And I can see it now in everyone where someone's like, I'm gay and everyone's going to get me. Ooh, my skin color, they're going to get me. It's like in your head because you're looking for it. You're programmed to look for something that's not there. You're always going to see it. Just like I always saw an evil man who was going to attack me and hurt me. Always. They were everywhere because it was here. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. And it's no way to live. I lived that way. You cannot live that way. It is a horrible, horrible existence. And I understand why you're scared all the time and you're miserable, but it's you doing it. It truly is. It's you. Debating the progress of LGBTQ rights and the concept of virtue signaling. Thank you, AI summary. We've made tons of progress. But yeah, like I got really hurt by a man and he took something from me. And for a long time, it was my sanity and my ability to see the world for the true world it was. Every single guy wasn't contemplating on how to take me behind a barn and take something from me, but my head believed it. So then that whole your truth, I hate that. Your truth is always a lie. Never forget that. There's only one truth. Truth is singular. There's not multiple versions of it. No, I'm good now. I took care of myself. I identified that I was the problem. It was my own brain telling myself that everyone was going to hurt me, that everyone was thinking this about me. They weren't. It was my brain. My brain was sabotaging me. And I see so many people, I loved Costa Rica. I see so many people sabotaging themselves and pointing the fingers at everyone else. And everyone's like, no one cares what your identity is. 0 people, only you. You're the one that's hyper-focused on it. And you're seeing bad guys in every shadow. And I'm telling you, it's a true human condition. And it's debilitating. And I know this because I lived it. And it will repaint reality and it will make you see things that aren't there. It's not real. Yeah, it's a mental prison. And so many people are in it. And my heart breaks for them. And I think it's on purpose. I think our politicians and shit wanted everyone to create a mental prison for themselves where they feel they're so oppressed. And everyone, yeah, I lived it. Something was forcibly and violently taken from me by a man. And for a very, very long time, I believed every man in every alley, every man at every party, every man was a bad man that was going to tear off my clothes and take something from me and hurt me. 100%. 0 trust. And I just saw that in every single guy. And that's not fair to men. That's me not dealing with my own mental issues. So then I had to fix those. And don't be sorry. It made me a stronger person. I am a stronger person, especially because I conquered it. So if you're sitting there, you're like, every man wants to hurt me, or you don't understand how hard it is to be this skin color. It's here. You're a prisoner of yourself. And it's the worst kind of prisoner to be, because the only person that can free you is you. That's it. No one else can help you. No one else can help you. You have to identify, I am not okay. I think everyone's against gay people. I think everyone is a guy that wants to take from me as a woman. Stop letting who off the hook? Who are you talking about? The only person I'm in control of is me. That's it. I'm not in control of another guy. Nothing. I am the only person that I have control of. So what do I have to do? I have to fix myself. Hell yeah, America's privileged. Fuck yeah, I love my country. We're privileged because we're Rome. We're privileged because we're a polite society. We're privileged because we fought really hard to be on top and to be the best. And I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. I love my country and I love everyone in it, even when they're all fucked up, because I used to be fucked up. No, we're not. We're a terrible country. Me. Then fucking leave, dude. There's a whole world out there. If it's so shitty here, I wouldn't stay anywhere I didn't like. The fuck? I didn't like Illinois. I was like, fuck you, Illinois. No offense to anyone there. I fucking hate you. And I left. It's amazing what you can do instead of just bitch and be a little whiner. That's it. I love America. I fucking love America. And the people who hate America usually have never been out of the country. And if they have, only to tourist destinations, other places. They've never lived anywhere else. They've never worked on work visas anywhere else. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about. None. I'm just a normal person. That's it. I just don't want anyone to be trapped in a prison of their own minds. I see how free we are here, and then everyone pretends that we're not, and everyone pretends they're this huge victim, and it's fucking weird that it's like a mass formation psychosis where so many people just think everyone's hiding behind the bushes to come get them. And you know what my best friend told me? I will leave after this. We're at the airport. We're people watching for maybe an hour. And she looks at me and she goes, can you remember any of the people you watched? No, I couldn't recall a single one. She's like, everyone that goes out there thinking, oh, everyone's going to judge me in this dress, like me, because I'm super flat chested now. She's like, no one is going to remember you. You're not that important. Everyone that's like, oh, they're going to hate me because of my skin color. No one's going to remember you. Oh, they're not going to like me because I'm clearly gay. They won't even fucking remember you. Your self-importance is so high that the reality is that we can all walk by people who are literally people watching, and 15 minutes later, they won't even be able to recall your face. We're not that important. We're just not. It's all in our fucking heads. We are not that important. Not at all. It is what it is. It is what it is. So many people watch their phones too much. That's true. But yeah, we're not that important. We're all the main character in our own show, but in real life, people don't give a shit. But guys, I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. I am an Avon lady if you guys need one. I'm your girl. I do it online. Make sure you go to TikTok shop and spend all your money there because that's what they want. They want your money. They like it a lot when you spend your money on their thing. I'm going to put on my big Robert De Niro casino glasses. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out, and make me your Avon lady. Bye. Robert De Niro casino glasses. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out, and make me your Avon lady. Bye.